everyone, it's Holly from Punk Rock Pastries. So in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I make my Yule logs here at Punk Rock Pastries. You're going to need a few things if you do want to try this at home. So you're going to need cake, fondant, modeling tools, an airbrush gun, a cake board obviously, and buttercream. So I hope you enjoy it and let's get started. So what you're seeing here is I've actually already carved my cake. I used just a carving knife and I'm just starting to cover my cake in fondant now. I know this is really rough and it's going a little bit too fast, but I will try to keep up with it as much as possible. I'm just going to cut the excess fondant off around the tree stump. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like if you go out in nature, tree stumps are not perfect as it is. So yeah, that little stump that I've made there, I just made out of cake clay and a little bit of a lollipop stick. So I'm just going to smooth out any fondant there is. I am just using fondant. You can use modeling chocolate, it's totally up to you. So yep, cut off any excess, shape it, run your hands along the sides so you can really give it that tree stump feel. I do recommend refrigerating your cake before you decide to cover it, just because it makes the buttercream a lot harder and easier to cover it with fondant. So yep, this is how I make my cakes. So the next thing you're going to do is, after you cut off all this excess fondant, you want to make sure that the bottom of your cake is actually rounded, mostly because you don't want it to look like a half stump. So that's the best way to do it. I haven't watched this video in like, I'm gonna say nearly a year, because I think I did it at Christmas time. So this is me trying to finish old videos that I have on file. Okay, so I'm gonna use my Dresden tool and I'm actually gonna form little lines. I'm gonna pinch the ends, and so this is gonna give any texture to your cake, and I'm just gonna keep doing that. Remember, not every tree stump is perfect. Yours doesn't have to look like mine, and it can be your own version of yours. So this goes on for a little bit, so I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so here's the fun bit, for me anyway. So you're now going to take your airbrush gun. If you have an airbrush gun, I highly suggest using a skin tone color, a dark brown. You can actually mix a little bit of vodka in to form your own colors as well. If you add a little bit of peach in there, it actually turns out to a really nice warm brown. So I'm just going to start by doing stripes, just nice and lightly, add a few dark spots every now and then. And I keep going. I'm going to try and speed this up because that's just ridiculous, and you don't want to watch how I do this every 5 seconds. So pretty much we go from there. I airbrush, 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 airbrush. I do use a bit of black too. Try and work out the way that the wood grain would go actually on the cake itself. Okay, so now once the airbrushing is done, and I've used all my different colors. I'm actually going to make my little mushrooms to go on the side. So I just pinched some fondant and I turn it into a semicircle shape and just put it on the side. I use my Dresden tool to kind of pinch it to the actual side of the cake. And so I've made little mushrooms, and that's it. Pretty much at the end, I actually make leaves, and I make moss and grass and everything like that, and you know, anything else that you think it would be cool to put on the cake. But that's how we do our Yule log cakes here at Punk Rock Pastries. Thanks for watching and putting up with my annoyingness. I hope to put out some more videos soon. This is just one I could quickly edit and go from there. Have a great day.